Alright guys, so my name is Alfonso Andano. This is my communication class. This speech is meant to show you guys the structure of a crime organization. So, have you guys ever wondered why it's so hard to take down a crime organization? Have you guys ever wondered, how hard can it be? These are criminals, they do mistakes, why is it so hard to stop them? Well, today I'm going to show you guys the structure and why it's so hard to stop them. So, as you guys can see at the top is the boss. The boss, he's the shot caller. He's like the main head. He's the brains of the situation, and he's the provider. In order for you to be a boss, you have to be tough. You have to do like above and beyond everybody else. These people, they are in the most wanted lists, so you rarely get to see them. The hardest thing about the bosses is that they're not always based on this country. So a lot of these bosses, they're based internationally, and our international laws don't allow us to reach out and arrest the bosses. So they will always be operating in different countries. The underboss, he's the boss's right-hand man. So when the boss is out, when the boss is in prison, when the boss is captured, the underboss takes control over the organization, and he does everything the boss would do in his absence. So after the underboss, you have the lieutenants. The lieutenants are basically the messengers. They are what takes the boss's message into the streets. The lieutenants are also the street enforcers. So if something is not getting done right, the lieutenants are the ones that go up and control it, fix the situation. So be it kill somebody or hurt somebody in order for the job to get done right. The lieutenants are also people providers, so they provide the people. If the underboss says, I have a big shipment coming in, the lieutenants go out, reach to local gangs, and say, you guys want a job, you guys want work, you guys want money, I got a job. So the lieutenants are a very important aspect of these crime organizations. The lieutenants do have a higher risk of getting caught because they are the ones that show up, and they are the ones that organize how the crime is going to be done in the lower levels. And then the final form is the soldiers. So the soldiers, these are the most, the ones that have the bigger structure of the organization. So the soldiers are the people that deal the drugs, that sell it, and that turn the drugs into money. A soldier, he is the most vulnerable because they will go to jail. All they do is follow orders. So if somebody tells them to go kill somebody, they will kill somebody, and they will spend that time in jail. They don't give out names. They'll take the blame for it, and they'll spend the rest of their life in jail. A soldier, he is also one to get replaced many times. So the more soldiers we capture and take to jail, the more they hire. The soldier is also the most common one to get caught. So every time we try to bust these crime organizations, the majority are soldiers. They don't give out any bosses' names, any lieutenant names, or anything else. So why is it so hard to capture the bosses? Well, the soldiers are not willing to give out names, and they're willing to pay for the crime. So as we take all these soldiers out the street, the bosses, the lieutenants, they're just out hiring more. So when we take one soldier out the street, 3 more get hired. And these are all young Americans. If we hit the lieutenants, we try to get the lieutenants off the streets, we have a better chance of tackling the bosses and hurting their organization. But the lieutenants are really, really, really hard to get captured. Now the way to stop these organizations is by taking away the bosses. But as I said before, these bosses are basically untouchable. They will go to any extent to escape the law. Other than that, that's my speech. Thank you guys for listening. If you have any questions, comments, concerns?
So how do you catch it? Or stop a crime organization?
How do you stop a crime organization? Great question. It comes to international law. We can't step grounds into any other country without their country's permission. So the U.S. works hard to get allied countries to basically give them permission to operate under their country and their rules. and that's extremely difficult, as they've done it before where Pablo Escobar, as soon as he started killing a lot of people, their government said, you know what, we need help because our government can't control him, and they reached out to the United States, giving them permission to operate, and that's the only reason they stopped him. So the only way to stop it is to become allies with those countries and basically operate with those countries to stop these organizations. Thank you.
Great job. Great job.